obviously, I'm Raj, and I'm a comedian. Now, my first stop, on my first story, it starts in this little town called Darjeeling. Anyone know where it is? Yeah. Someone actually knows, right. So I grew up in a boarding school on this mountain town, right? And it's just one of these era, we had like no tech and definitely no alarm clock. But we had a human alarm actually, we did. And we would get woken like 6 a.m. without fail. Our matron would just kick open the door and would go like, come on boys, chop chop, hands off your willy, socks on your feet, now. And the little rebel in me was like, I kind of settled into school life, but we would often, very often, me and this female pal of mine, we would escape into the mountains where the tea grows. You know the Darjeeling tea? Yeah. And what we would do? We would actually explore different tea, different flavors, different sections of the mountain, different days, different sun. And really, this, as we just started getting used to it, one fine day, after a while, we are just having this tea, right? Chewing it, like cows. And she just looks at me, seriously, she looks at me and goes like, Raj, I can hear the mountain breathing. That moment when you normally go like, are you all right, hen? Or, I'm actually feeling something. I'm listening, I'm hearing Spotify in the background. Someone's mentioned Spotify, right? I'm like, it's Joe Malone, or I don't know, Bob Marley. Anyone getting it? This wasn't any, the standard Darjeeling brew. This was the marijuana plantation hidden. So that's my first experience with true love. My second love. Believe this or not, years later, some years ago, I was in London. And I don't know if you have experienced this, but after a hike, we were had this whole show and everything, and we had some celebrities, and one of them was Rodney's son, Mr. Tennant's son, the current owner of Tennant's. And I had experienced a lot of people like, oh, so you live in Glasgow, you must love the Tennants. And I'm like, it's complicated. But today, this very day, it was my real moment with the Tennants, because it was just like, well, we had this American lad going like, give me the strongest beer in the world, the king of beers, Budweiser, whatever. It's like American royalty, don't get that. Right. But then the Corona guy just goes like, give me the smoothest beer. And now comes the turn for our Tennants guy. And he just looks at the bartender and just goes like, Diet Cola, please. It's like, are you serious? Like, traitor? I don't know, like this is this bar situation, how do you handle it? And he just looks at us all and he just goes, well, since you guys are not drinking a real beer, neither am I. And the relationship no longer stayed that complicated. It's like, bias, it's just like all around there, but that's what you love about Glasgow, don't you? You just swipe it off with a hearty pint and some laughter. So cheers, long live the Tennants.